This is Marcus Chow in Taiwan, and I'm very happy to host this session. We always hear about people talk about, no, I want to have my face on. We always talk about the Lean is too old, and we need more fashionable ideas, tools. And so this topic on that one, specially designed, I introduced Jolie Lean Sensei in Taiwan, and Professor Yang. Professor Yang is a Lean practitioner. He also teaches at Tsinghua Gong University. And so we're going to pick up a topic to meet the challenge. The topic is the digital Lean. How do we combine the digital technology into the Lean practice in the factory? So I turn the table to the two speakers. Joe?
Thank you, Marcos. This is Joe.
This is Daho Yang.
And we're happy to have this chance to share with you textile industry example. Use Lean, digital Lean. Why we choose this textile industry as a case? Because textile industry is a pioneer of industry evolution, but now in need of transformation. Traditionally, production has been based on high-speed equipment and focus on equipment efficiency. And the third, diversify market demand and the short delivery time. First, mature industry with low profit and the insufficient of manpower. And this is a Master Platter Brother company. It founded in 1821, 200 years ago. Why this plant is so important? As you saw at the right, this is the photo of that plant at 1913. And the Toyota's founder, Toyota Ichiro, researched here for 2 weeks in January 1922, 100 years ago. So this plant is important. And I wanted to say textile industry have been 200 years history. And why we chose the plant, textile plant as our case. First, it's founded in 1988, 35 years ago. It's vertical integrated manufacture process to produce textiles and functional apparels. Second, factory are in Taiwan, Thailand, China, and the United States, and Ethiopia. Third, introduced Lean in 1998 with Japanese sensei. Have a long history of learning Lean. First, from 2014, it began to promote the digital transformation, combined with digital and the Lean. Now you can see the map. 4 textile factory and 2 garment factories. So I start to cooperate with this company in 2021, 3.5 years ago. And first side of Gemba in TPS perspective are first, the finished good is full and there are constantly expected order. Some are by air to deliver because it cannot catch the order delivery time. Second, each factory pursues output and the equipment utilization, and keep the result is keep the inventory full. And they saw this is ordinary. This is the textile factories normal. But in customers' view, they feedback everything is good, but the delivery cannot on time. So the customer not happy. I always use a very stream map to show the current situation as this. Traditionally forecast and push-back system. 80% are built to stock, and only 20% are built to order. And I found their order lead time is long, but they do not use that. You can see the map at the right side. Ordinary, they deliver by ship, by boat, but some of them are delivered by aircraft. So a lot of cost for the company, and the result is the customer still not happy. So how I do the Kaizen? Actually, it's being writing in the lean thinking and the learning to see. The first step of Kaizen. First, find a change agent. Second, get the knowledge sensei. Third, seize process to motive action across your firm. And I do first about in 4, map your very fit. These 2 books are still work. I like this book. Yes. So this is the origin map of 2022 last year. After 2 years Kaizen, and we use the pour and the flow system, change the system to 20% build to stock. If you have time, you can build to stock. If you do not have time, you must build to the order immediately and do the abnormality management. The first merit is cancel the air flight. And beside the Gemba Kaizen and the material and the information flow, for the company, what's the merit of the company? Actually, I use these figures. And in TPS, we can see the Kaizen by inventory reducing. Inventory reducing, how the inventory reducing connected to the management of company, operation of company. I use ROI, return on investment. Even the revenue are not increased. If you decrease the inventory, the ROI will be increased. And continuously, if you because reduce inventory, you can see the problem. So you can get the revenue increase. So this is my secret method. But not sufficient. The material flow at the lower half of the VSM are streamlined, but there are still many opportunities for the information flow at the upper half of various stream mapping. So Mr. Yang will explain the information flow Kaizen.
Thank you, Joe. Based on the case Joe just introduced, it's my pleasure to join this project at the beginning of 2022, as early last year. Based on the concept of low-cost automation in the TPS literature, I came out with the idea could we just apply the same concept to the digitalization. So I tried the concept TPS low-cost digitalization for this case study. What means low-cost digitalization? We may call it semi-automation with just enough functions. Low-cost digitalization does not adopt over the need functions and incline to adopt simple digital system with only value information. If it's viable, then we may enjoy the benefit of low-cost digitalization. In addition to low cost, it also has higher flexibility. In addition to easier maintenance. Since the complexity is low, it will have better people participation than increased talent cultivation. Next. We also define the key component of digital link. There are the three key components. First is data collection and transmission. We not necessary to be IoT, whatever can automate data collection and transmission is viable, including 4G, internet, or intranet. Second component is about data storage and retrieval. People are entrenched with big data and cloud storage. What's big data? When we say, I made it simple. If your data are collected from population, that's big data. If you use sample data for analysis, that's statistics. Finally, data processing. If your problem is complex, you may use traditional AI technologies or machine learning. However, simple calculation can achieve your goal. Then data processing not necessary to be complex. The best chance or best timing for the digital link is based on sufficient degree of link maturity has been reached and the perspective culture has been anchored. I think it's good timing when Joe has laid out a good foundation for the basics and the sufficient degree of link maturity. So I joined the project, then follow the principle of low-cost digitalization to avoid the over-functional system. Come to the implementation part, I came out with this video. How do I make it low cost? I try to based on the existing system and did the proper calculation to support the necessary information to improve the value stream mapping and improve the flow. So the red part is a machine intelligence. It tries to support the human intelligence to do continuous improvement and respective for people. So this process I call the JJC, Jidoka JIT cycle, to support two pillars, JIT Jidoka, and it's a continuous improvement cycle. At the end, in the long term, we believe it can reach the ideal goal of Industry 4.0, that's the cyber physical system. Narrow down the necessary information, I adopt the classical chart from Ono's book. As you can see, the ideal Toyota information system is to support sequencing production and just-in-time parts supply. Whenever there is a deviation from these two basics, then it should show the deviation by visual management to invoke people to respond to this deviation and may come out with an improvement project. And why we need an additional system? Because the existing system mainly based on deterministic data. In contrast to the Gemba, all the information from 4M, man, machine, material, and method, they are exposed to highly stochastic environment. That's why traditional systems are not effective enough to support the deviation, to support the shop floor management. Too much information induce us to produce ahead and can also cause a mix-up in sequence. That's why JJC try to use the concept of limited information to support production sequencing and JIT part supply. A deviation is identified by visual management. This function is easy to be implemented by digital system, and it also serves as a function of Jidoka. Let me come to the case study for the textile production. This is the main processing stage for this case study, beginning from yarn, warping, sizing, store, lapping, ayotori, dressing, store, weaving, and finally with the test. This is a case of JJC. First, you see the order by sequence and sequencing by the criteria of due date. So earlier the due date, higher the top level. And this is the ideal sequencing for each order. That's the column. And for the row, you can see the major processing stage from left to the right. So each cell, when it turns to green, that means this process has been completed. If it's in orange color, that means it's in process. And if it's in black, that means this processing step has not started yet. So if ideal processing and ideal production is for us to finish each row one by one, but due to batching, it's not practical at this time. But you can see the ideal situation would be to finish each row one by one. Based on this information, we can see many managerial insights. For example, you can use the KPI to show what's the deviation and what's the completion progress, and also the key idea and key performance measure in one screen. This can help to identify the promotion and problem, and also can see the real-time KPI performance. I skip much detail because there are a lot of details involved with this improvement process. I jumped to the end. After about 1 year implementation of JJC, we increased the service level from 40% to 70%. It's significant. As Joe just mentioned as his earlier talk, if you cannot meet the regular due date, that means you need to use airplane to facilitate the shipping time. But the shipping by airplane is costly and it's paid by the maker. But if you can finish the production with enough lead time to use cargo, the service shipping cargo, then the cost is absorbed by the customer. So whenever there is a shipping by airplane, that reduces the benefit, reduce profit for the customers. We also reduce the lead time from 59 days to 44 days. That means 25% reduction in lead time performance. This is my short introduction for the case study. Let me turn it to Joe.
Thank you, Dahe. My turn again. So back to the lean thinking and the learning to see. First 5 steps of transformation. Number 4 is the start point of our Kaizen, that everyone see the whole situation. And then number 5, pick something important and get start, remove waste quickly. Something important for the whole value stream, for the whole company. There are still a lot of opportunity. Now we are in this stage. Different from others. They are from, as the book said, from number 3 to number 5, and miss the number 4. So this is, we use the A3 report to solve textile technique and the TPM problem now. The textile industry is machine-centered production. So TPM is very important, but still have some technique issues. This should be solved by themselves, but we can help them to use A3 report, use to solve the technical problem. This is the result of this year. They give me the data of for about two and a half years. the whole cost reduction of product is 12%. On-time delivery in full rate plus 33%. It's a huge effect for them. And we just provide the method or thinking, but actually they did it themselves. So they are very happy. And this is my last page. As our experience, customer engagement KPI pursuing throughput from push to leveling pool. This is a basic change of this company from push to leveling pool. ROI and the inventory turnover by department. Before only pursues production rate, equipment, inventory are not their concern. Now they know inventory is the worst thing. They are happy to run at a low level of inventory. Second, use VSM as company-wide communication and problem-solving tool. It's simple, always being neglected. Now they know it's useful and powerful. Third, ASAN report as a standard method of solving problem. Maybe some problem cannot solve quickly, but they know it's a learning journey. They need to learn and practice every day. Fourth, Gemba Center, IT assistant Kaizen and the learning culture. And the new generation fond of IT, but the IT are too complex for solving problems. So they connect the Gemba and the IT to solving problem and have a good result. Last one, our commit is pursues customer satisfied. Second, company satisfied. Community satisfied and the environment satisfied. This is the case company's version, and it's our as a sensei's version. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
And this is our session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.